And yeah, it's going to be really good today, because this is the time of year where a lot of people, they're planning out, or they're starting to execute on all those New Year's resolutions they had, and think about the whole year, all of 2022. So we're just going to back that up a little bit. We're just going to focus on what about the rest of today, and we're going to do that from a place of self-love, of um, you know, what if you truly loved yourself? What would you actually want for yourself? What decisions would you make? And we're going to visualize, feel you hear what the rest of the day is going to be like through that lens. And I'm here broadcasting from a place I'll be staying in a lot in January here in Sausalito. It's just got a really gorgeous view here of I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, I don't know, yeah, just really beautiful view of a harbor there with boats and whatnot, and not exactly sure how the lighting is, but most of this you're going to have your eyes closed anyway. It's going to be nice, relaxing, because that relaxing state really does allow a lot of possibilities, because when we're really up into the busy beta brain waves and just go, 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 and we haven't actually decided where we want to go, if we haven't consciously chosen that, we're going to somebody else's destination, and it might not be somewhere you actually want to end up. So this is really a time to just like take that time to pause, reflect, allow what you truly want to come up, and start operating from that place, that point of view. And chances are that person's going to be a lot happier and a lot kinder and a lot gentler and a lot more creative and just a lot more a part of life. So yeah, we're going to get going here on the Tuesday 20 minute free meditation. I'm Justin Wink, Ph.D. My Ph.D. is in electrical engineering, and some of you know me, some of you don't, but it's kind of like, what is an electrical engineer doing? Teaching meditation and coaching, and doing a podcast, things like that. And it's really, I consider myself a expert on complex systems and their programming. And the most complex system really is, it's the whole human contraption, from the mind to the body and beyond. And just understanding how that's programmed in, and that we have choice of changing that programming, just because we might have gotten loaded up with some programming by where we were raised and who we were around. We can go, you know what, this operating system's not for me. I think I want to live a life of peace, live a life of love, live a life of service, and live a life of abundance. And I've been doing that more and more, and getting to enjoy really fantastic places, fantastic people, and I want you to enjoy that. So we're going to get going with a little breathing exercise. Just going to do some box breathing. And so box breathing is, it's going to inhale for a count of 4, hold for a count of 4, exhale a count of 4, hold a count of 4, and repeat. So it's just, like a box. And we're going to ease on into it so that it can be relaxing to get into the practice, and not something where it's this state of possible anxiety for a while, and then maybe we hope to relax into it. So we're going to ease on in, which is something I like to do for a lot of things. After holiday eating, I'm easing on into eating the way that I know is much better for my body, and I don't do instant step change anymore, where I go from complete holiday mode to complete getting ready for a bodybuilding competition or something like that. Like, that's my goal, but I ease a lot more than I used to, and so we're going to ease in. So I encourage you to close your eyes, and you can start by just we'll start with a inhale, then hold, exhale, then hold, inhale, 2, hold, 2, exhale, 2, hold, 2, inhale, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, exhale, 2, 3, hold, 2, 3, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, exhale, 2, 3, 4, hold, 2, 3, 4, inhale, 2, 3, 4, hold. Continue on your own. And if you lose track, just gently notice it. Come back to the practice of the box breathing, and I'll let you know when the time for a few rounds has completed. And gently ensure your attention is on your breath. And complete one more round of the box breathing, allowing yourself to end with the 4 count of the exhale. And then you can just return to normal breathing. And just kind of notice how you're feeling. Are you more calm? Are you more agitated? Are you just you? How's the body? Either way, it's okay. Just notice that maybe there's a bit of a change from how you are now to how you were before we started. And now we're going to be going into the I Love Myself mantra meditation. This comes from a really great book, Love Yourself Like Your Life Depended on It, by his first name's Ravi. I don't recall the last name. Really, really easy, quick read. And the main thing is just a lot of times when we find that life has gotten challenging or overwhelming, it's how are we living it? What's the lens? And often we're not living a life as though we love ourselves. A lot of things we say to ourselves that we make ourselves do, we wouldn't do that to our worst enemy. A lot of times, some of the self insults or the pushing someone to go beyond their physical, mental, emotional limits. A lot of stuff is just very unkind, very unloving. So it really starts with a very simple premise that we're all capable of experiencing love, because we all, just by the nature of being here, experienced uh, love through, at least at the very minimum, the body of our mother that got us to a point that we could be born. Um, so there's a uh, very base feeling experience of being loved, at least in some way. And so when we say, I love myself, it really cuts to that core experience that we all had, at least as an infant in the womb. So it's a very simple meditation where on the inhale, you just simply think to yourself, I love myself. And then as you exhale, just allow whatever comes up to go out and be released with the breath. And then on the inhale, I love myself. Exhale, let go. And on the inhale, you can even visualize um, or feel or hear some idea of love coming from, the universe or something above, and that's filling you in from the head to your toe with pure light and pure love. And then just as you exhale, let go of whatever lets go. So if your eyes are open, close them. And then with an inhale, just say to yourself, I love myself. And then exhale, letting it all go. Inhaling, I love myself. Exhaling, letting be. Inhaling that light coming in from above, filling in your entire body with love. Exhaling, allowing whatever doesn't belong to you to go anywhere else in the universe. And just continue doing this to yourself. And if your mind wanders, starts having other thoughts on the in-breath, just remind yourself, I love myself. It's okay. My mind is just doing what my mind does, and that's having thoughts. And realizing that I love myself, and I'm going to go back to focusing on an exhale, letting go, and on an inhale, loving myself. Noticing if your focus is on the practice, either way, gently and lovingly on an inhale, I love myself. On an exhale, letting go. And just simply letting the practice go. Allowing the eyes to stay closed from this place of self-love, we're now going to visualize, imagine, if you will, how the rest of your day might be able to go so that it is the best day that you could have. So as you're sitting here, picture when the Tuesday 20 wraps up, how you might go on to the next activity. Perhaps it's time for lunch and nourishing yourself with a really healthy meal that satisfies you physically and emotionally. Perhaps there's a chance to reconnect with some friends or some loved ones. Or just maybe it's remembering them, being grateful for a nourishing meal you already had today. And then perhaps it's time to consider what work you might have. Are there any meetings, any emails or phone calls, and just seeing those going smoothly and easily, and hearing things go well, or even if there are some challenges, seeing that there's ways to find common ground with others, or even a way to forgive and to allow things to fall into place easily in unforeseen ways that perhaps you couldn't even imagine. That as you're listening to the sound of my voice in this relaxed state, more possibilities are coming up as you see the wrapping up of perhaps your work or your day of getting things done, perhaps just a day of taking care of yourself and getting to that last meal of the day, and seeing how you can make that nourishing, and seeing opportunities to connect with loved ones. They could be friends, they could be family, or maybe it's just seeing ways to connect through thoughts, just by thinking of someone you care about and wishing them well, having a smile of gratitude that you have someone in your life that cares for you. And at the very least, you know that I'm someone in your life because I care about you. And there's always these opportunities to connect, to recharge. And as you go past perhaps the dinner time to the evening, perhaps there's an activity that you find especially enjoyable. Maybe it's something you do with somebody, or maybe it's just something you do with yourself. Could be exercise, could be a meditative practice. Perhaps it's reading, or maybe hear a show on the TV, or through maybe some headphones if you're listening to it, or perhaps a drive or a ride. As your day starts to wrap up and it's time to get ready for bed, perhaps look back on the day from the morning, how it started, how it got going, and how you came to this Tuesday 20 practice. Showed yourself some real self-care and some self-love, and really took care of yourself. Have that appreciation and that kindness that you know one way or another radiated out to more people than perhaps you even recognize. That you're about to love yourself even more by allowing yourself the gift of a gentle, beautiful night's sleep where you can connect with your dreams and allow them to be as wild and creative as you know you're capable of being. And whatever dreams come in the night, you will awake fresh, renewed, knowing that whatever happens tomorrow, in some way, they're a part of allowing your dreams to become a reality. And as we complete this time of visualizing and imagining the rest of today, allow just a moment for anything that may be required to come to mind for the rest of the day to come to mind. And perhaps that was just a moment of peace, which is so beautiful, so necessary. Now just notice your breath, the inhale, the exhale. And as you allow your awareness to stay on the breath, allow your eyes to gently flutter open with a soft focus, just noticing the inhale and the exhale. And if a thought arises or your eyes catch some movement, just smile with love for yourself that you are alive and you are aware and you are noticing. And be grateful that you can again refocus on the inhale and the exhale. And as you begin to come a little bit back more to life, as we begin to wrap up, you're welcome to stay in this very relaxed, calm state as long as you wish. Or if it's time to get started on some of those things that you imagined for the rest of this amazing, beautiful day, you're going to find that it's easy to get the energy and the focus and the clarity to do whatever is required to bring a lot of those things to fruition, and perhaps even more than you even came up with. Because there's so much more to you and so much more that's possible. I'm so happy that you could be here to explore that with me. So do encourage you to, like or comment or engage. It really does help, get the word out. Share this with anyone else. It's Justin Wink, Ph.D. on both YouTube and Facebook. And I want to encourage you to check out my podcast, the Engineering Emotions and Energy podcast, where I'll go into depth on, topics like, the I Love Myself meditation, or some of these practices are just ways to look at life's challenges in different ways. It can allow for more peace, a lot more energy, a lot more passion. So with that, thank you very much. Happy New Year, and let every day be a new day with which you can create it in the way that you want. Just because it has been what it has been doesn't mean that's how it has to be. So with that, take care and good day.